out of camp, it was between Carmen and Thomas, so why not both today? Or
Yeah, Carmen got to the highest, he did get to the highest pitch count. I mean, in 5 innings, it's the most he's pitched in the big leagues. And then with the fact that we were able to extend the lead, Thomas did a really good job. I mean, he gave us the opportunity to reset our bullpen, and was very pleased with both of them.
What was the difference for Carmen the second time through the lineup today as opposed to his first time?
Execution of the breaking balls. I think that's what, that was where it came down to the last time through, and I think we talked about in the pregame, the execution of the breaking ball wasn't as good, and because of it, he gave up some hits. It wasn't hard contact hits, but he gave up hits, and today I thought he did a good job of mixing, especially with the changeup.
Good to see the bats break out a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, good at bats. I mean, we were very aggressive early. We had a really good approach, and were able to not only start it, but continue to extend it.
Was it different?
Not different, I think it's pitcher dependent.
Okay.
Chuck, this is one of the first games you guys took advantage of opportunities. I don't think you left anybody on second or beyond.
Yeah, I mean, we did a good job even late in the game when Neil getting the sacrifice fly. I mean, Joey with a couple big hits, but we did a really good job situationally. I mean, the biggest hit to start it or to open it up was IKF's. The fact that we get a ball out over the plate, and all of a sudden, after Indy hit the double, we get 2 runs right there and continue to add on. I thought that was really important.
What's been working for him through the start of the season? It seems like he's been one of the team's best hitters.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to do too much. I think last year when we traded for him, I think he tried to do a little bit too much, and now he's just back to the guy that I think we saw when we traded for him, the guy that did the first half of the year in Toronto last year.
I know he got hit by the long ball a little bit, but what does 4 innings like this do for Harrington's confidence?
I mean, it should be a big confidence boost. I mean, he made a bad pitch. I think it was a bad 2-0 split to Pozo. He got hit, and then he got looked like a fastball in the middle of the plate to win. But other than that, it should. I mean, like, hey man, you can go after big league hitters and get them out. And I think the other thing that shouldn't go unnoticed is standing on the mound at the end of a Major League Baseball game. There's something to be said for that. I mean, going out and being able to finish that in the 9th inning. I would bet in his professional career he's never stood on the mound in the 8th and 9th inning. Even though he didn't start that, he had to finish it, and I think that's really important. And he stayed composed, which I thought was impressive.
Jinsky seemed to show some poise, almost like a calm through this whole start. And am I wrong here, or is he kind of one of those guys that almost has to pitch with some kind of attitude to him?
I think he pitches with an edge.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. But I think one of the things that calmness. I mean, he's pitched in leverage. He's pitched in high profile. I mean, you go back to a game 2 years ago in Cincinnati where he loaded the bases, and we came back. That was a game we were losing 10-0 and came back and won. And that game finished with the bases loaded. So again, that goes back to that other point. Being in the 9th inning of a game, that you're finishing with the bases juiced. So I thought he showed really good poise today.
How important was it for both of those guys to have the performances they did today, given how they pitched the first time around? Like, I mean, does that instill some confidence in them from your end?
Yeah, I think just trying to get their feet settled a little bit, it definitely helps with that.
We touched on it a little bit already, but the fact that you're able to save the bullpen tonight, just kind of what does that do for the team, I guess, moving forward over the next couple of
It helps us reset. I mean, we have an off day, after the end of this series, but I mean, our bullpen's been rode pretty hard, and we had a couple short starts, so the ability to let 2 guys go out and finish the game, I mean, that's really important for us. And I mean, today we had a lot of our back end leverage guys that were down because of their volume, so the fact that we were able to do that is a really nice reset. And you got to give credit to the offense, because that doesn't happen unless you're able to extend leads.
Given how they did, would you be willing to do this again, like the piggyback?
Yeah, I mean, this was not a straight piggyback, because if we would have been in different game situations, you probably would have seen different people. So it wasn't a scheduled piggyback.
Ever see a fan assisted triple like that?
No, I have not. I mean, that ball was hit a long way. The first replay I got of it, I was close how close Siani was to it, but then after seeing it, I realized that he wasn't going to catch it.
Thank you.